Hi guys. Today we're going to talk about something very important, especially for people who wants to travel or who have already started the process of traveling abroad. I try my best to avoid the topic traveling abroad because in recent years it looks more like that's the only topic people are talking about on Facebook or perhaps on the social media. Everybody's talking about traveling abroad, and I feel it shouldn't be a big story anyway. But again, because I've seen a lot of people down here in the UK who are going through depression and who are going through different kind of circumstances presently. I decided to make this post to help other people plan well and better if they want to if they want to travel abroad. So I've been able to look into my own experience and the experiences of some of my friends and people who I speak with and who call me to seek for one or two advice. So I've put them together. I've been able to arrive at 7 points you need to consider before you travel abroad. Or if you are hoping to travel abroad, these are the points you need to consider, and many more other points that might be very important to you. But for me, I think one of the first things you need to consider if you're traveling abroad or if you want to travel abroad is what is your vision? Why do you want to travel abroad? That takes us to what is your aim and objectives. Experience has shown that a lot of people have traveled abroad in the last 2, 3 years ago just because it is either what is trending or because their neighbors and their friends have traveled abroad. They just traveled anyway. They don't have any aims and objectives. They don't have a big vision. They are not looking at the big picture. So it's important. You must define why do you want to travel abroad, and you must define what are your aims, what are the things you need to gain or you need to achieve. Because if you don't do this, chances are that you travel abroad only for you to be beaten by a very serious reality that you will never forget in your life. Ask yourself, what do you want to gain? Why do you want to travel? So many people travel abroad either to make better life for their children, to put their children in a better society, where the children will be able to have good foundation, have good care, have good support. And I mean, because when you look down what's going on in our country, Nigeria, here, we have a lot of irresponsible leadership at different levels. And people are not, the leaders are not able to make use of the taxpayers' money for the people. So for me, everybody's at liberty to travel, but have a very good aims and objectives. Have a vision why you want to travel and what you need to gain. The third point you need to consider is planning. I am somebody that strongly believe that there is nothing you cannot achieve in life if you have good planning. There is nothing you cannot achieve. I strongly believe in planning. And I'm somebody that believes that it doesn't matter how long it takes you to have a good plan because you're going to achieve your aim and objectives if you have a good plan. So it doesn't matter how long it takes you, keep planning. So if you hope to travel abroad, you have to have a good plan. You have to start planning in time because abroad could be capital intensive. You need a lot of money, you need a lot of documentations, you need a lot of things to put together. You need a lot of consideration, travel consideration, things you need and things you don't need. You need to put all this together in good time. This makes up your plan. You don't have to wait when you lose your job before you think of planning, traveling. You don't have to wait when you lose your business or your source of income before you know that you need to travel. Chances are, if you wait till this period, you've lost your job or you've lost your business or you lost your source of income. You are likely going to make very wrong decisions, bloody decisions that will take you to countries that you don't even need to go to, you don't have a need for. Sometimes there are some countries, I don't want to call some countries, doesn't so that it doesn't look like, I'm disrespecting them. But I mean, There are countries you hear people travel to, you begin to wonder why. Why do you have to travel to these countries in the first place? So chances are when you lose your job or when you lose your source of income, you'll be in a haste, in a hurry to travel anywhere. You need to use all possible means, all possible shortcuts to get out, to jet out, to go to somewhere. You don't want people to know you've lost your job. You don't want to get the little money in your hand into a wrong decision. But the chances are this is the period that you're going to make the most bloodiest mistake. Most agents might even eat your money. They will not even give you and provide any good solution of travel to you. You may even travel to the wrong country only for you to come back the next day. You might waste a lot of money, and at the end of the day, you didn't still travel. So don't wait until you lose your job. Plan on time. Consider the effects. A very good important point. Consider the effect it will have on you to start life afresh. You can be a boss, you can be a big boy, you will have up to three cars, you might be living in a big mansion, living comfortably in Nigeria. You could be in your house, you could be in a rented property, but you're living well. You've got a lot of servants, you've got a lot of errand boys that help you. Have you ever sit down to consider that when you travel abroad, you're going to start life afresh? Most likely, 95% of people who travel will start life afresh. You might end up not having any car at the earliest time. You might end up using public transport, and you could be someone who have not used public transport in the last 15 years. You might not be able to have enough money to give you the kind of comfortable house you need abroad. You may need to start off from somewhere, maybe in a house you never thought of living, or you cannot live in Nigeria. So these are the realities that will set in. So you have to factor these realities in your plans so that you don't see it as a big blow when you arrive. You have to face these realities in Nigeria. Ask yourself, is this something you can handle? Because this is going to give you a very big shock. It will shock you like iron. It will shock you like a heater. It will shock you. You will believe. So you're going to consider the factor of starting life afresh, the challenges that comes with it. Is this something you can handle? Then you can begin to think of traveling. The last one I'm going to drop is sometimes a lot of people go more into depression because of this point than the point of starting life afresh. What am I talking about? Family and friends' expectations of you. You know, sometimes when you travel abroad, a lot of people, you travel with the dreams of a lot of people, especially your family members, your siblings, your cousins, your nephew, your niece. Perhaps you're the first person that is traveling abroad in the family. You're going to have a baggage of burden on you. You know, they're hoping that the moment you travel, their own life down in Nigeria will change automatically. You're going to be picking money from the floor, and they'll be sending, and they will start making changes in their life, start living better, start buying houses, start building houses, start. So when you come in and you have stayed 1 2 years and you're not able to meet their expectation, you start putting yourself into pressure, into stress, into depression. You see a lot of people abroad, you're taking more than enough work shifts. People take a lot of shifts. You work in the morning, you work in the afternoon, you work in the night, you work in the morning, you work in the afternoon, you work in the night. Anywhere you hear work, you don't carry go work because you want to meet up with the expectations of friends and family at home. At the end of the day, you break down, you get into depression. You in fact, you develop a kind of sickness. And if you don't know what you're doing, you may even die. So you have to fix your friends and family before you travel. Let them understand what you're going for. Perhaps you're going for studies. In the next 4 5 years, that don't expect anything from me. I'm gonna be studying. I'm gonna be working a regimented time, 20 hours. I'm not gonna make a lot of money. I'm gonna be going through visa processes before I'm able to get the right visa that will give me the opportunity to make a lot of money. Give me 3 4 years. Prepare their mind so that they understand how it works. You can now travel and have some peace and begin to put yourself together and begin to build. But if you don't know these facts, these dynamics, people, you and your own people, you people will socket yourself into unrealistic expectations. And that is why you see people going into depression the first 2 years. You're not able to achieve anything. All the money you make, it goes back to immigration because you need to strengthen your visa. You need to get the next visa. You need to pay for it because you are not a citizen. You are not entitled to a lot of funds. You're not entitled to any public fund. Everything you need, you pay for it. You pay for your medicals and the rest. So people begin to wonder, you've been abroad for 2, 3 years. You've not done A, you've not done B. And you want to do that because you want to surprise them, or you want to live up to expectation, you want to buy land, you want to build. You put yourself into stress, working from morning, night, afternoon, morning, night, afternoon. I mean, these are some of the points and these are some of the realities. So begin to consider these points and put them in good control and travel abroad in peace. Thank you. If you find this very interesting, please share for other people to learn, because there are a lot of people who need to understand this and how it works. See you in the next video.